What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow Leos? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Just a quick insert here, guys. That is a free way to support the channel, and it is also a way for me to connect with your energy to get you out more resonating readings. If you guys would like to go further, please know that it is not required, but that is linked down below in the description box, as well as if you are interested in receiving a personal reading from me, the instructions on how to do so are down there as well. So today we are going down the rabbit hole with a reading from Source for Leo. They wanted me to start off with a channeled message, and that is that right now you're dealing with the woes of the past. So they're in this energy of saying that you have an addiction, and the addiction that first came to mind was of sex. You guys are very passionate individuals, and because of that, it's very easily driven by the root chakra. Now, this might not be you, understanding that energy is fluid, and there might be somebody around you that is in this energy, and that there is a definite need to be weary and careful. Like, I'm not here to tell you guys how to live your life or anything like that, but just, you know, Source wants me to mention it, so I'm going to mention it. Now, what ends up happening is that so there's this energy that you or someone else are in this energy because I really don't want to say this, Source, but because there was a offer made. It was a material offer, something that could have been manifested here in the 3D realm, something that you had asked for, because you felt stuck in a situation, and it maybe triggered you in this way that created kind of like this journey for you to actually heal this wound that is the addiction, whatever that is. Okay, guys, but I'm saying the first thing that came up was sex, and so I'm just gonna go with it there. So that was the channel message that Source wanted me to get out to you guys. It was very important. It came up quite a few times when I was prepping for your reading. I was sitting here in meditation and prayer, and it was just kind of interesting. So just know that wherever you guys are at, like, I'm not here saying what you're doing is right or wrong, because there's no way that anyone can say that it's right or wrong. It's just the journey that you've had to take, and remembering that that is ultimately how you're going to get on your path of purpose. Regardless of what choices you make, eventually there's going to be some realization that does come that helps guide you on to where you're meant to be. However, there is still a necessary, it's a necessity for you to take action, right? Because if you just kind of peruse around life expecting things to happen for you without taking any action, then you could very well make it to the end of your life. Yes, you've made progress, because we'll always make progress. Like, our soul just kind of learns things as we've been here for so long. It's like, as time passes and we realize the mortality of life, you grow based on that, right? Yet there's more to taking with you at the end of your life. It's like leaving that legacy and being able to teach those after you. And right now there's this blockage that's coming up from that, and it derives from a childhood wound based on an offer that was given. Thank you, Source. Okay. So let's see what we got going on for you guys. So you have a choice to complete a cycle. To complete this cycle. I feel like the resistance is real. Like, as I was speaking about this, it's definitely, it's uncomfortable, guys. It's not something that I, as a reader, I'm like, oh, hey, I've got this not so good news for you today. Like, it's not something I'm really comfortable displaying or going into, but it is necessary, right? It is necessary, because I feel like there's a lot of things that we don't talk about. And so Source is bringing up this option. You're kind of realizing duality within life, duality as an illusion, and as that illusion begins to dissipate or be shredded, pulled away, discarded, you complete this cycle. And again, that cycle is very sexual by nature, okay? It doesn't have to be sex. It could just be relationship related. This could just be those mother and father wounds coming through, because those are the ones that internally wound us in a way where we are not able to love fully ourselves. And in turn, we find comfort in the physical realm. So there's definitely a guided aspect here. Like, it's almost like you take the 2 wands and you're like, look, I'm going to take them and I'm going to run through this portal and I'm going to, see if it works out for me, right? I think in the end, though, you realize that you can only hold one. Like, I don't feel like this is people. I feel like this is a direction. It's almost like you have a foot on either side, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? And it's interesting because like, if you look at all these animals, and this is Archangel Michael, you have the scorpion symbol here by the phoenix, you have the lion, which represents you, and you have the bull, which represents Taurus. But if you look at them, they're all kind of just like being sly about it, like smiling, like, yeah, you're going to figure it out. Like, I feel like they're not like being rude or anything about it. They're just like, come on, we know you're going to figure it out. You're going to get there eventually. And I feel like you're afraid that you're not. And I think that coming to understanding this is bringing a lot of anger and hurt from within, because it, for so long, feels like maybe you projected that out onto other people, that it was their fault, that they're the reason that they're here. They're the reason that they've gone through this. Or, like it just feels like it's trying to point blame, and you're realizing like, wow, I can't really do that anymore. And you're completing this cycle. Here's the deal, Leo. Like, that was interesting that came up. Thank you, Source. But here's the deal. It's like, exactly what you need to do. You know exactly which route you need to take. Your intuition is telling you where to go. And it's like, you're almost putting up this resistance to it right now because you're just not ready. Like, why do I keep hearing it's like that when you're like, one more time? Okay, you think of a bag of potato chips. You ever eat potato chips? I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. I just am not. I never have been. And I'll eat them every once in a while, but that's about it. So I'm just saying, like, anyways, off topic. If you guys eat a bag of potato chips or chips, whatever you like to eat, like snacks like that, even chocolate, guys, whatever. And you keep telling yourself, like, you eat a bunch of them, and then you realize, like, damn, I've eaten a lot. And you're like, well, just one more. And you eat one more. Well, then what happens? You're like, well, just one more. And so this one more situation just kind of spirals out of control. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, one more time, or let me experience once more, like it's the energy of just one more. And so there's like a bit of procrastination that's coming with this. But at the same time, it's almost like as you procrastinate, the resistance grows so great that when you finally let go, like, you're just going to slingshot through the portal. You're going to, whoo! Wow. So once your perspective changes like that, right, it grows. It's almost like there's no going back. Like, there's just no going back. Yeah. And that's the thing. It has to, what did I say? Somebody offered you something and it had to do with romance. And here we have the 4 wands coming out on the bottom in the reverse. It's showing exactly that, like a broken relationship situation. Like, again, I'm getting that. Okay. So I don't want you guys to get hurt. Okay. If these are men watching, or if you're dealing with a man who's dealing with this, okay. I'm not here saying anything, but definitely personal issues with the men. Like, I just don't want to say that, Source. I really don't want to say that. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a line right there. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know. If you do, like, it's not something to make fun of for people or anything like that. It's just that, again, it has to do with us spiritually. And sometimes what happens is we overload ourselves with sensory, and we lose connection with parts of ourselves, right? And so it's just like a disconnect with Source. So it's like this resistance right now because of being, upset about things that they turned out the way they did. There doesn't feel like there was a necessary balance here. It feels like you ran into a stalemate, like almost like a feeling of control. And what ended up happening was it went the opposite of how you were looking. Yeah, look at that with the Ace of Swords underneath that. Source coming in. Yep, that's exactly what's going on, y'all. See, I don't want to say that stuff, but sometimes it's like Source is like, look, that's what I put you here for. And I'm like, really? This stuff right here? Yeah, so here's the deal, guys. Like, you have the Wheel of Fortune coming out. right now you get to choose. You get to choose the way that your fortune turns, right? Like you get to choose that. Again, with this, I always get sacral chakra energy, which ruled by both Pisces and Sag. I believe both Pisces, guys. This is a new zodiac of the week, is Pisces. Pisces and Sag rule the sacral chakra, and that is connected to our sensuality, our sexuality, and our ability to connect with ourselves and with others and our right to feel. And there's definitely that anger that's coming through here. And I feel like you're so afraid to express how upset you are at the situation. You just keep bottling it up, bottling it up, bottling it up. And you're like, okay, like what's the deal here? And eventually there's going to be no more room to bottle it up. And then when it blows, like you probably get into a fit of anger, like really bad anger, right? Or hysterics, or drama. And it's okay, there's nothing bad. It's like, as humans, that's what we're taught to do. But there's this energy here of allowing yourself to release and surrender to this situation, whatever it is. We have a lot of sexual energy coming out here, so I'm feeling like maybe you guys are involved with somebody right now just for the fact that you didn't want to be alone. There's no real emotion here. There's a lot of passion that's coming through here. And it's like, in letting this go, you're going to see something about yourself and find balance. Balance is so huge here. You guys giving into a situation that's toxic by nature. I mean, if it is only physical, that in itself can be a toxicity. But not always, right? Because you do have friendships and stuff like that that work out like that. But the thing is that as you hold on to this, it creates a lot of disruption in your life. And so Source is telling you this is something that you need to let go of. Guys, I'm telling you, the channeled message was huge. The channeled message was huge. It was like going through anger because of a romantic situation. Somebody offered you something, but they didn't do what you're used to them doing. You guys are very confident and alluring by nature. And usually people are, captivated by you because you're so charismatic. And it's like, in that captivation, you usually get what you want when you want. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's just, it's a skill that you guys do have. It's natural for Leos. You guys are bright like the sun. You just know how to feed people while at the same time being the brightest star in the sky. You know what I mean? And that didn't work out with this situation. And that kind of like had you at a loss. What do we got? Turning your wheel. Yeah. Source says to let go. We've got the 3 of Wands on the bottom. Saying let go because there's a new path that's opening up for you. Fall into your confidence about yourself, though. This is like truly about yourself. Not putting on what others think about you. Not putting on because this is the group of people that you've been around. Right? Allow yourself to change your destiny. Allow yourself to change the route that you've taken. It's like eventually you'll get there, sure. But the thing is, what's peeking out, was that the Strength card? Hold up. I think it's this one. Yes. Yes. It was peeking up and I was like, no, that can't be Strength. There you are. With the King of Swords. Yeah. Your strength came from people who manipulated you. Right? And that's why I'm saying, I don't feel like you're doing anything vicious. I don't. And if it is all purely sexual, whatever, but I don't feel like you love this person. I feel like they just manipulate you and they make you feel bad about yourself. And your strength is coming from that. Source is saying overcoming that. See how she's like turning her back? Like they specifically wanted me to do that, right? This person's defensive to you and they're using your past actions to try and control you, right? They want you to feel bad about the things that have happened. And it's like, the past is the past, y'all. Shoot, leave it there. It's not mine to carry anymore. And in turn, that's what Source is saying. When you finally focus on yourself and fighting the inner demons as to why you let people into your life that do this, then you'll be on the path to a positive outcome. But it's up to you to determine what it was that happened, right? You know your life. You know what's gone on in your life. There's this release that's coming. And as you release, you really see a big, huge part about yourself blossom, right? You got a lot of positive cards here. It's a lot to take in. But again, it's like they wanted to highlight the bad because it's like the more that you keep working on yourself, the more that you're going to achieve. And it's not even about physical success in the material world. It's about inner success, about self. Yeah, it's because here we have the 2 of Wands being clarified by the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Getting involved in something that you knew wasn't going to pan out. Again, that energy coming through, like they were good in bed and that was enough to keep you around type energy. You don't love them. And there's a lot of fighting here and a lot of people involved in this too. I feel like a lot of outside sources being involved in this. When really, and at the end of the day, if this is a relationship, Leo, it's between you and them. That's it. Everybody else, that doesn't matter. You gotta come to an agreement between you and them. And if you can't come to an agreement, then at that point, I mean, I always say put yourself first, but if you're connected with somebody right now and there's a chance that it's going to work out, you guys have to come to some sort of compromise so that way then each of you guys can work on yourselves. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't with you. I can't with you. You're repressing this. What did I say in the beginning? It's like you didn't want to deal with it. Yeah, you're repressing the fact that it's a one-sided love. Source coming in, clarifying here, helping you to find that balance to go within. What did I say? You guys have to come to a compromise so that you can each work on yourself. And if they don't come to a compromise, then you got to do what's best for you, Leo. You can't sit here and repress the past. You can't sit here and let them use the past against you. That's not fair to you. Are you willing to find clarity and to walk through those gates, that portal, that new dimension, right? Are you ready to walk through that? Or are you going to stay stuck in a situation? It's entirely up to you. It's not a good or bad thing. It's whatever you're most comfortable doing. Okay? Either way, you're going to get the lesson. Sometimes it just takes others longer. And that's not anything that anybody can change. That's up to you. 1111 coming through here. Source just asking you to do what you know is necessary. Spiritual enlightenment is coming. Beautiful, beautiful opening of your soul. But you have to remember that it is important for you to work on yourself and also let go of those things that oftentimes are the hardest things for us to let go. Guys, I get it. I do. I get that more than anything. It's like, you're just like, really? It's got to be this one when shit just felt like it was so right. And it just wasn't. And that's, I think, the hardest thing for us. It's like we have to be attached to everything. And the goal of spiritual enlightenment and the spiritual journey is to learn detachment, to become unattached to it and just know that it's this moment that we experience. That's why sometimes if you do ask for one more time, if you do, I'm just going to give you this, challenge yourself in that moment to be as present as you can, to experience every little aspect of what's going on. And it will open your eyes to quite a few things and the gratitude that you got to experience it one last time. Yeah. What are you completing? A stage of immature love. A stage of hurt, pain, grief, fearing the future, fearing that there could be anybody out there that's specific for you or that even gets you or understands you. You guys love deep. You do. You love deep. Sometimes that's a struggle because it's like you want to give so much to somebody and yet not to not receive love in return, not anything. Like for you guys, it's like, I'm going to gift you because that's what I like to do. Right. And it's like, that's how you love. Sometimes I've met a lot of Leos who are like that. Their love is based on their gifts because it's like the thought, they always believe it's like, I love you so much that I pay attention to the small things about you. And that's what I'm going to gift you as, right? And it's just a thing. It's sometimes it's a fire sign thing, but I really see that with Leos. To not receive love in return, for you to go out of your way like that is just heart-wrenching. It's heartbreaking. And that's what you're overcoming. And letting this situation, I guess, unfold is the best way that I should say it. It's not being attached to it, becoming unattached to it and seeing what is in front of you, not what you're romanticizing about. Yeah. Don't be your own worst enemy here. Yeah, you've got a lot of responsibilities and it hurts. And this is something that I feel like you've tried to communicate to this individual. Like, I have a lot that I have to do. Like, but you know, this situation is weighing on me. And it's like, but still this person manipulates you through their words and their emotional play on you. And they use these burdens against you. And you're like, why can't you just understand? Why can't you understand that it doesn't have to be like that, right? And then that's when they come in and they get you off guard and like probably offer to sleep with you or offer you something, and it gets you off your guard. And it's in that there's like, you're just like, really? Look, here you are again, coming out in your own reading. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune clarified by your energy, the Knight of Wands. It's time to move on. Oh, wow, my neck just popped. Do they tell you to shut up? This person? Does this person tell you to shut up? I don't know why I have to ask that, because it's kind of like that when somebody... Okay. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would ever have to explain this, but Source is putting it on my heart right now. Somebody asks you to shut up, it's because they're shut out. Like, that's it. They're not willing to hear what it is that you have to say. If somebody can't respect you enough or admire you, love you enough to listen to what's going on with you, like that's something you got to look at. If they're telling you shut up, it's because they're shut out. Like, they don't want to hear anything. Things have to be this way. This is somebody very manipulative. And that's what you have a choice of moving away from. Yeah, this person will never change. Oh, 6 of Cups in the reverse and the 4. Yeah, so you guys are feeling stuck. I think this is a thing. Like, I'm not actually telling you anything new, Leo, am I? Like, I'm not actually telling you anything new. You have 4, 5, and 6 right here. This is crazy, guys. You know this person. You know how they are. It's almost like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here's that bullshit again. And yet, you're the one that's staying stuck. It's like you feel like there's no out. But I feel like if you stop and think about it for a little while, not just dwell on what's gone wrong, but dwell on what can you do to be better in the situation, your answer's going to come. Yeah. Because this person tricks you. Look at that. We have the 3 of Wands again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys. Look at that. 3 and 4 again. This has to do with the home situation. Source being very clear. This is something that's very close to the heart. Right? So are you going to allow yourself an opportunity? That's it. It's just about allowing yourself an opportunity to find a solution. I feel like that's what it is. It's not about whether you leave or not, because it's going to be different for everybody. Maybe for some people, it's just changing the way you view the relationship, right? Or changing the way you view the person, seeing things from a different perspective. For some of you, that's exactly what it's going to be. For others of you, it's going to be leaving. For others of you, it could be counseling. For others of you, it could just be communication. Okay, but right now, how it stands, the situation is toxic. Okay, the situation is very toxic, and it needs to be purified. Like, we have rain purification coming out on the bottom here, guys. Come on. Source saying, like, you got to purify your soul. You got to connect with yourself. If there's codependency in this, right, that's where it's so hard to connect with self, because it's like people, when they're in codependent situations, they can't let the other person be alone, because when they're alone, what if they're thinking about somebody else? What if they're texting somebody else? What if they're talking to somebody else? What if they're, doing something without me? What if I miss out on something? Do you see it? And they can't leave you alone. That's a codependency thing. You guys should want time apart from each other, like, not in a bad way, like, just be like, hey, you know what, I got to go over here and work on my art stuff, my creativity, and the same thing with them. I got to go meditate or work out or whatever. We have creation on the bottom as I'm talking about you connecting with your creativity. Number 43-7, guys, I can't right now. This is like shedding an old skin and connecting with your heart. Right? And I love that this came out, because Leos to me are brave hearts. You guys have hearts of gold, and this heart is gold with this beautiful tree that's growing inside. Right? It's like you're growing through the pain. You're growing through the heartache. You're growing through the mess. Shedding an old skin. It might not be easy, but you're doing it. Right? Thank you, Source. Wow, that was super easy. Thank you. See yourself like a diamond, y'all. See yourself like a diamond. All right. Thank you, Source. Thank you for making that quick. All right. We have love makes a difference on the bottom, number 4. And look, union of the hearts. Yeah. So you guys do have a promised love. Okay. I want you guys to know that. Whether it's this person or not, it could be. It might not be. right? Everybody's situation is different, but we have love makes a difference. It says love helps to heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So again, we're bringing up the past again. There's something about the past that's very important about this connection. Like you're learning something about the past, right? What do we've got? Yeah, new beginnings are on the horizon. We've got dawn, right? It's always darkest before the dawn. So you guys could absolutely be experiencing bouts of depression, upset, anger, fear, sadness, grief, right? But it's all because you're about to grow spiritually in a beautiful way, like a huge completion of the journey here, and having to do with love, not wanting to change the way you see love, you know? And that's what more could you ask for? Because once we open up to unconditional love, we get to see the world in a whole new perspective, and it's a high perspective. And upon that high perspective, we get an opportunity to connect with people in a way that we never could before. News, number 23, 5, change. 5 is an important number for you, right? We've got the raven. They're the messengers from the ether into the 3D. So this could be signs and synchronicities coming up. This could mean that you're going to finally be able to take off the mask and see yourself for who you are. This could also be the battle has ended. Like I heard that. That was really interesting that I heard the battle has ended. And this is about you reconnecting with an emotional aspect of yourself and being able to be okay with that. There's definitely a guidance happening here. Okay. So we have Bianca Del Rio. I love this. You guys need to see yourselves as unique individuals, okay? So the unicorn with a horse is, or with a unicorn is a horse with extra potential, right? It's just fancied up a little bit. Why? Because it chooses to stand out. Like it's like not being loud about it. It's being authentic, right? It says true love is clearly illegal in most states. There you go. I can't say that I believe this is a love situation. I can't say that I don't believe it is because it's different for everybody. But here we have this energy, true love. Like some of us think it's true love and we've never actually had a chance to experience true love, right? It says everyone that needs that special someone who can stroke your hair while you cough with your head in the toilet. It's like they're asking you to find somebody in your life that's at least a friend. I feel so very important. You need somebody that you can trust. And I feel like the offer that you got may have been somebody that you could have trusted, but now you're like, I've kind of blew that. I kind of like let that one drop and I had to deal with this situation. And it's not like bad or good. It's just that's it. And so Source is saying, don't be afraid to network. Appreciate this moment. Number 33, your angels are with you. Coming out underneath the world card, which is also 3, it's 21. So 333 coming out all together here. What did I say, guys? If you ask for one more time to be completely present, and that is how you become a present in this moment, is to appreciate, show gratitude. Says every situation is an opportunity to grow and to find love. And love doesn't necessarily mean what we think it means with another person. Love is within, right? Love is within. And that's the thing. You're finding love from within. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Guys, I can't. Beautiful synchronicities. Thank you, Source. Okay, they want this one. Dog, unconditional love, loyalty, and protection. This is coming back with the friendship right here, right? It's necessary for you to find somebody that is loyal in your life and that does bring unconditional love. And if you can't find somebody right now, do you have a pet or a plant or like maybe a backyard full of critters or something that you can show love to and see that love be brought back to you and see the protection that they come when they experience that love in itself. I'm sorry you made me realize I too had to grow. So this person that you're dealing with, they are sorry, right? Their higher selves are absolutely sorry. And now they're realizing that the only reason that they've started to grow is because of you. Because you started growing, right? And sometimes that's not the easiest thing. It says you are fighting with releasing the father wound. Didn't I say at the beginning this is a father and mother wound? And we have the father wound. So that's the acceptance. Right? That's why I feel like you might keep this person around, is having that acceptance. It's not about the nurturing. This is about being validated. And they validate you, and that's how they manipulate you. And it's time for you to become your own glamorama. So guys and gals alike, it doesn't matter being a hard worker, Gucci ruby shoes, and a whole caker. This is just talking about seriously stepping up into the life that you want to create. That's it. It's up to you, okay? It's not, you don't have to sit here and fight it. You just have to work hard for what it is that you want and know that you're going to be successful. Know that you can have whatever you want. You just have to work towards it. That's by working on self first. This is ending karmic cycles, you guys. This is seriously ending karmic cycles. Okay? So this is what I have for you, Leo. I really hope that helps. I'm sending you out prayers of protection, strength, and courage. May they fall upon your hearts in a way that reminds you to use your intuition, your discernment, to take back your power, make the decisions that are best for your highest path. And with that being said, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow Leos, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.